Welcome to Twisted Thorns. This is a how-to guide you on how to create your own custom fragrance. Be sure to visit our website at www.twistedthorns.com. And if you have any questions, please direct us to contact@twistedthorns.com. To start off, we'll go with the basics. Whenever we get asked questions about how our custom fragrance process works, we find it that I speak in lingo apparently, so I would like to touch base on the basics. So first of all, in perfumery, a fragrance has top, middle, and base notes. Notes are single fragrances or essences. For instance, bergamot is a top note, as well as lime, lemon, orange, all the really light ones. Then we go into the middle notes, and an example of that would be rose, lily of the valley, carnation, and then we go into the base notes. These are your woods or your resins. In this case, could be sandalwood, amber, um, oak moss, right? All of our fragrances have a concentration of 25% fragrance. This classifies them as EDPs. Okay, it's not your traditional EDT where it's only about 10% of the fragrance and the rest is just the perfume base. So you get more of the essence with our fragrance. Step one, apprentice or artisan. A lot of people don't know that that is just what we call our blending options. It really is what we decided to call them, right? So two blending options that we have available. One of them is the apprentice. In this one, you get to choose up to 6 notes total. That includes up to two top notes, two middle notes, and two base notes. This includes 3 samples and 1 revision if necessary. Artisan, you can choose up to 15 notes. This is a complex blend, which requires us to a little bit more of time with the samples and the blending, just to make sure that it's up to par about what you want it to be. So we just want to make sure that it's fantastic for you. With this blending option, since it's more complex, you do get 2 revisions, and each revision you get 3 samples. Mhm. Step 2, you get to choose your notes. There are over 100 notes available. We have fruits like plum, resins like frankincense, your florals, geranium, rose, carnation, lily of the valley, what else? Iris, a lot of roses, or not roses, flowers. We also have lemongrass, which are your citrus. Could be classified as citrus, lime, lemon, grapefruit, all those good ones. And then your bases are mostly your woods, oak moss, cedar wood, cypress, all of those. Steps 3 and 4. This is where you get to name and describe your fragrance. Choose a name that you like. This is going to be the name of the fragrance. This is how you're going to be reordering your fragrance as well, by providing the name that you gave it. Okay, so there's no rush. Take your time with that. You can put a name place, if just temporary, if you like. Once you get to see it and smell it, then if you want to change your mind, you can always let us know, and then I'll make a notation. That way we can always refer back to it as the name that you chose. Okay. Um, with the description, if you could be as descriptive as you can, it helps us determine how to blend your fragrance better to be specific for you. Mhm. Here, here's where this part ends, where you place your order. And once we receive that order, that's when the magic begins on our end. Okay, this is where we start blending the samples. Usually takes us about 24 hours for us to start blending the samples. Then we'll keep them for about 72 hours. Okay, depends on the complexity of the scent that you chose, but typically 72 hours. That way we let them blend and sit for a bit. All right, and then as always, the delivery on the custom fragrances is free. This includes free delivery of the samples. If you need revisions, those are also included. So it's all inclusive. Step 7, here we go, samples. So whether you choose the artisan or the apprentice, the first set of samples, it's always 3. Okay. Um, we highly recommend that you wear one per day. Allows you to experience each sample from beginning to end. That way you don't mix the scents. All right. It's very important that way you can focus on one scent, and then it's better for you to decide which one you like best. Also, if you need revisions, this is also helpful, so you can determine what you liked about it and what you didn't like about it, and then you provide that feedback to us. Um, Another important point, you don't have to, but it's highly recommended, is that you wait 1 week. Don't touch the samples anymore. Just wait 1 week. Let them sit in a dark, cool place, and then a week after, just try them again, one per day. Sometimes the blend will change with time. Time is essential and is crucial to making fragrances. This is why we can't rush the process. And just as a side note, it could take 4 to 6 weeks to craft the fragrance, like from when we receive your order until you receive your final fragrance. Okay. All right, so step 7B, this is the revisions. So as we were talking about it before, the apprentice, this includes one revision. So if you're not entirely happy with any of the 3 samples that you received, send us feedback, let us know what you liked and what you didn't like, because that is important, like to receive what were the strengths of it and what are the opportunities on the fragrance to make it better. Okay. With the artisan, you also get an additional revision just because of the complexity of the scent. There's 15 notes, and then we just want to make sure that we capture what you're picturing or what you're looking for. Alrighty, so this is step 8. This is the final step. This is where your final fragrance is crafted and it's shipped, and you have made it. And this is a time for celebration because this scent is yours and only yours. No one else can order it. No one else, unless you give it as a gift to somebody else. Otherwise, it's yours only. Alrighty. So once we receive the confirmation of which sample you like best after all the revisions and all that, then that's when we'll create the final 30 ml fragrance. Alrighty, well, I hope this has helped you gain a little bit more insight on how we process or how we, from beginning to end, the process of custom fragrances. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.